I am at the point where I really don't know how I want to react anymore. Because when it comes to reviewing wrestling, I really believe all this stuff just drains me, man. It really does. Like, I just want to watch the shows and give my personal feelings on them, while I have to listen to people on social media be a bunch of little whiny pricks all the damn time about literally everything. And it's clear that the explanations that you give them, they clearly do not like and they don't want to hear. So, here we are, Monday Night Raw, live in Glasgow, Scotland. This is the We Gotta Rely on John Cena to Carry WrestleMania show. And honestly, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about WrestleMania season. It's the we must rely on John Cena to carry WrestleMania. Basically, Triple H has used John Cena's heel turn as a way to carry the build towards WrestleMania. Nothing else on Raw is really that interesting, and nothing else on Raw makes me want to go, oh man, I can't wait for this match at WrestleMania. John Cena kicked off the show again for the second week in a row. I made 2 videos talking about John Cena. If you haven't seen them, be sure to check it out in the description. But at the same time, the first video was just me talking about how I really liked the promo. And the second video was just me going into fuller depth in the review, in his promo, and even addressing some of the plot holes in his arguments. And we're still waiting on one of those plot holes, being why did he sell his soul to The Rock? John Cena still has not addressed these reasons for why he sold his soul to The Rock. It's almost like The Rock just had no reason to be there. It's almost like The Rock had no reason to be there at all. So basically, John Cena continues to berate the fans, and he's now telling them, I'm gonna ruin wrestling for you. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry, John. The internet fans do that already. The internet fans have already done that. You don't have to worry about a damn thing about trying to ruin wrestling, John. The internet wrestling fans have already ruined wrestling for a lot of us. So you don't have to worry about trying to ruin wrestling. The internet fans have already done it for us. So now and then John Cena threatens to leave WWE with the WWE Championship. Basically pulling the same stunt that CM Punk did back in 2011. Saying, I'm going to take the WWE Championship away. And I'm going to retire with it. And then you guys will now have to create a new toy. Cody wrote, so John Cena again, he just does nothing but berate the fans. Still doesn't address why he sold his soul to The Rock. Cody comes out. He says, if you want, you have to take the title from me if you're going to take it from them. We all have a voice and we're not going to let you take it from us. He puts the title down and he's like, come on, John. You want the title? Come take it. And then when John Cena goes to bend over to try and take it, he then decides to turn away and walk away. I know John Cena's a heel, but seeing John Cena back out of a fight is so out of character for John Cena. And I know he's a heel, and of course that's what he's got to do. But, again, why, oh why are they not addressing why John Cena sold his soul to The Rock? It's almost like we've completely forgotten that he sold his soul to The Rock, but Pat McAfee certainly hasn't forgotten. And I'm like, Pat McAfee hasn't forgotten about that plot point. But it sounds like Triple H and John Cena completely have. So Jey Uso takes on Grayson Waller and Austin. For some reason, the fans now want to see him pushed, even though fans didn't like him when he was pushed under Vince McMahon Theory. They took on Jey Uso and his mystery partner, being his brother Jimmy, as the Usos reunite to take down Austin. The fans, for some reason, now like him and they want to see him pushed, even though they didn't like him when Vince McMahon pushed him. Theory. And Grayson Waller. Yeah, no joke. What I just said just there is legitimately true. For some bizarre reason, fans now all of a sudden want to cheer for Austin Theory and feel bad for this guy, even though we didn't like him being pushed under Vince. But Triple H is doing us a favor by not pushing a guy that was heavily favored by Vince, but now all of a sudden the fans want to feel bad for him. Please, give me a goddamn break. Fickle these people are, I swear. The fickleness from these people is absolutely crazy to me. Gunther attacks again. Jey Uso trips. Gunther takes advantage, but then Jimmy Uso saves his brother. So the one thing I've noticed was that fans heavily pointed out that Jey Uso botched when he dived over the top rope. But now for some reason this trip was also classed as a botch. But WWE have now turned Jey Uso making mistakes into storylines, and yet people have been poking fun at Jey Uso, saying, ha ha ha, he's a failed experiment. But yet, they're now turning the negatives into a storyline. So again, I don't know why people tend to think that these botches that Jey Uso's been doing is proving he's not ready, he's a single star, when it's clearly being done on purpose as a part of his storyline to help carry him into the main event scene. But I get not everyone's going to like Jey Uso, but I just think it's funny that the internet fans are supposed to be the, like, again, I much rather if the internet community are just heavily ignored and the feedback they get should be in the back of Triple H's mind, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's running the company. You're the one that's making the decisions, not the IWC, not the fans online, not little young Timmy online trying to tell everybody why insert person sucks, or why I prefer this person pushed. Lyra Valkyria and Raquel for the IC title, women's IC title. Lyra ultimately wins. Liv Morgan interferes, and Bayley comes down to give the assist. So I have no idea where this is going. I'm guessing this is just going to be leading into some kind of match where Bayley is probably going to team up with Lyra at WrestleMania to fight Liv and Raquel for the tag team titles, which I have no idea why people want to see that. Or maybe Bayley and Lyra at WrestleMania. I have no idea where this storyline is going. Speaking of storylines that fans genuinely hate, that they would rather involve Liv Morgan, it's the Women's World Championship triple threat. Well, supposedly. We don't know if it's going to happen yet or not. Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. And all the Rhea Ripley haters are going to not enjoy me saying this, but I personally do not care. But Rhea Ripley has every right to be involved in the title scene. Because Bianca Belair was the one that cost Rhea Ripley the Women's World Championship. Bianca got distracted. Rhea got distracted by Bianca Belair at ringside, and that allowed Io to take advantage. So, Rhea has every right to be involved with the title picture. But according to a lot of fans online, she shouldn't be hanging around in there, but instead it should be Liv Morgan. Because of course Liv Morgan's got to be there, right? Can't just accept she's tag team champion and walk away, right? Liv Morgan's got to be involved in everything. Seems like Liv Morgan is now becoming she's becoming what the fans hated about the Sasha Banks community. The Crew. It seems like Liv Morgan's fans have now replaced the Crew as Mercedes' little fan club when she was in WWE as possibly the most obnoxious and the most annoying group of people I have ever met. All they do is whine and complain. Even when things are going positively for Liv, they still have to find something to complain about. They always got to complain that Liv has never gotten her rematch for the Women's World Championship when WWE have explained so many times that there are no more rematch clauses. Oh, but Rhea Ripley's getting a title match. She's getting a rematch, man. So if there are no rematches, why is Rhea Ripley getting one? I just literally explained it to you why Rhea Ripley is involved. Bianca Belair cost Rhea the championship. If Rhea lost clean, then I'd be agreeing with you. If Rhea lost clean and she's still hanging around in the title picture, maybe I'd agree. But again, you all will be looking at this as a, oh, you're just being biased towards Rhea Ripley because she's Australian and you like Rhea Ripley, so you're being biased. Well, I can say the same thing to you Liv Morgan fans. You're all being biased because Liv Morgan fans have to hate Rhea Ripley for some weird ass reason. Every single Liv Morgan fan has to hate Rhea Ripley for some random ass reason, as if Rhea Ripley did anything to you guys. Oh wait, she did do something to you guys. She hurt your feelings and beat your favorite girl. She beat your girl. That's what she did. That's how she hurt your feelings, because she beat your girl, Livy. And listen, I love Liv. I said the same thing about Mercedes' fans. While I love Mercedes, I hated her fans. I feel the same way about Liv. I like Liv, but I completely don't like her fans. Because her fans are just utterly annoying and they always have to make everything about Liv. Everything's got to be about Liv. Liv. Has to be about Liv. It's either Liv or no one. And Adam Pearce, as far as I remember, Adam Pearce didn't want Rhea Ripley involved. He didn't want Rhea Ripley involved in the world title picture, but Rhea, it defied authority orders and defied Adam Pearce, and signed her name on a contract. Now, forcing your way into a title picture does not count as you getting a rematch, by the way. But I'm pretty sure everyone's going to deem that as a rematch anyway, because again, people hate Rhea Ripley, so things now have to be, oh, everything's about Rhea Ripley. She shoved down the fans' throats. And another thing I saw a lot of people complaining about is how the European fans were booing Bianca Belair, and of course, people have to use the letter R. People had to use the stupid R word as the R-A-I-C-S-T word as a reason for why the fans were booing Bianca Belair. And I swear to God, can people stop using that as a lame reason for why people get booed? I think I can tell you why the fans booed Bianca Belair. It's not because of her skin, I'll tell you that much. It's because they're sick of Bianca Belair. Maybe it's because they're sick of Bianca Belair. 5 years of Bianca Belair doing the exact same thing for 5 years. Wouldn't you be sick of someone doing the exact same thing for 5 years, not changing? That's why I said Bianca Belair needed to be the person that attacked Jade. It's time for Bianca to be a heel. It's time for her to be a heel. But instead, Triple H had to be like, nah, we're gonna have Naomi turn heel instead. It should have been Bianca. And I've always stood by that. Bianca Belair needs to be a heel. If the fans are now booing her, it's not because of her skin, and it's not because of the fans being the R word. It's because they are bored of her. They are bored of the same old stuff with her. And the fact she raised the Women's World Championship up high, and the fans gave Bianca no reaction, it tells you that these fans do not care about Bianca, and they don't want to see her champion. Because we've been seeing this exact tiresome act with Bianca for the last 5 years. It has nothing to do with race. It's so tiring to listen to people just say it always has to be about race. It never has been about race. It's never been a race thing. Never has and never will. There's so much other boring stuff that took place on Raw, like CM Punk cutting another promo. CM Punk and his endless amount of promos. The guy barely ever wrestles. I don't even know why I even care that CM Punk's even around anymore, because all this guy does is talk instead of putting people to sleep. AJ Styles deserves a better match at WrestleMania than Logan freaking Paul. I'll tell you that much. And another thing is Jimmy Uso slapped the crap out of Gunther, and he was also motivating Jey Uso to be the Jey Uso that everyone loves. Unless you're the IWC, of course. And then the main event was Bron Breakker versus Penta for the IC title. Oh, sorry, I forgot about El Grande Americo versus Dragon Lee. It's Chad Gable under a mask. It's Chad Gable under a mask, by the way. We're not idiots. We're not idiots. It's just Chad Gable under a mask. He beat Dragon Lee. Congrats! You beat the Speed Champion. You've now earned yourself a future place on WWE Speed. And now we'll get to Penta versus Bron Breakker for the IC title. And of course, the predictable outcome of the Judgment Day getting involved, causing the DQ. Wow, I so saw that coming. Jeez, I so saw that coming. Yawn, Triple H. This is what I mean. He's relying heavily on John Cena. He's relying on the John Cena heel turn to carry the wave to WrestleMania. He's not trying with all the other storylines. He's not trying with Chelsea Green and the Zelina Vega story. He's not trying with Damian Priest and Drew. He's not trying with anything else. Everything else is second fiddle. Everything else is filler. This year's WrestleMania could very well be one of the weakest and baddest WrestleManias we've had in a while. Considering the success WrestleMania 40 was, you would think you would want to capitalize on that by making WrestleMania 41 even better than WrestleMania 40. I guess not. So that's all I've got for you guys in this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.